He is known for devoting his life to speculative thought and philosophy. He is recognized for his works and involvement with influential philosophers such as Denis Diderot and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. His name is Étienne Bonnot de Condillac. Étienne Bonnot de Condillac, born into a legal family in Grenoble, had an upbringing that would shape his path as a philosopher. With two older brothers taking the names associated with their family properties, Jean and Gabriel became known as Bonnot de Mably. Étienne, however, identified with the property in Condillac and adopted the name Bonnot de Condillac. Devoting his life to intellectual pursuits, Condillac immersed himself in speculative thought. He found himself in the company of influential thinkers such as Denis Diderot and formed a close friendship with Jean-Jacques Rousseau, who would become a prominent philosopher and writer. This friendship began when Rousseau tutored the children of Condillac's brother in Lyon. Together with his other brother Gabriel, who was known as Abbé de Mably, Condillac introduced Rousseau to an intellectual circle, sparking a connection that endured for many years. Despite his association with unorthodox philosophers, Condillac's career remained unharmed. In fact, his reputation grew, leading to an appointment as the tutor to the orphan Duke of Parma. However, his true passion lay in his philosophical pursuits, and upon his return from Italy, Condillac was elected to the prestigious Académie Française in 1768. He continued to attend meetings until shortly before his death, spending his final years in retirement at his property near Beaugency. It was there that Étienne Bonnot de Condillac, a philosopher of profound influence and a key figure of his time, passed away in August 1780. Étienne Bonnot de Condillac, a renowned philosopher and psychologist, made significant contributions to the field of philosophy in France. He was influenced by the ideas of the English philosopher John Locke and sought to establish the principles of empirical sensationism. Condillac's work focused on understanding how our senses shape our knowledge and perception of the world. In his book, Essai sur l'origine des connaissances humaines, Condillac acknowledged Locke's belief that our knowledge is derived from two sources, sensation and reflection. He emphasized the association of ideas as the main principle of explanation. He then critiqued various modern systems, such as innate ideas and substance theories, inspired by the works of Descartes, Malebranche, Leibniz, and Spinoza. However, Condillac's most significant work was Trait de Sensations, where he explored psychology in his unique way. He questioned Locke's notion that our senses provide us with intuitive knowledge of objects. He believed it was essential to study each sense separately, understand the ideas specific to each sense, and observe how our senses interact and influence one another. Condillac concluded that all human knowledge and faculties are transformed sensations, excluding any other principle like reflection. To illustrate his ideas, Condillac used a metaphorical statue, an entity animated by a soul but void of any ideas or sense impressions. He gradually unlocked the statue's senses, starting with smell, which he considered the least influential sense in shaping human knowledge. The statue's consciousness became completely occupied by its first smell experience, which Condillac referred to as attention. Pleasure and pain resulting from these experiences became the guiding principles for the statue's mental operations, gradually leading to the acquisition of knowledge. As the statue's experiences accumulated, memory emerged as a lingering impression of past sensations. From memory, the statue developed the ability to compare one smell to another, leading to judgment. These comparisons and judgments formed habitual associations stored in the mind, giving rise to the powerful principle of the association of ideas. Condillac argued that desire, passions, and even our faculties are nothing but transformed sensations. Condillac continued his exploration by incorporating the sense of touch into the statue's experiences, enabling it to perceive external objects. He meticulously analyzed the elements of tactile experiences, such as touching one's body, touching other objects, and exploring surfaces. He traced the statue's perception of extension, distance, and shape. In subsequent sections, Condillac combined touch with other senses and observed the desires, activities, and ideas of an isolated man who possesses all the senses. In conclusion, Condillac's work emphasized that sensation is the source of everything in the natural order of things. He argued that innate faculties and ideas should be swept away, as man is solely the product of acquired knowledge. While his work in politics, history, and logic received less attention, his contributions to psychology and the understanding of the senses remain significant. Étienne Bonnot de Condillac, a prominent philosopher of the 18th century, was fascinated by the power of language. He saw language as the transformative vehicle through which our senses and emotions are elevated into higher mental faculties. According to Condillac, language was not just a means of communication, but a reflection of the structure of thought itself. He famously compared ideas to the sounds of a harpsichord, suggesting that just as the arrangement of notes creates beautiful melodies, the arrangement of words gives rise to meaningful thoughts. Condillac's ideas had a profound impact on the field of linguistics. He championed a theory known as sensationalism, which posits that all knowledge originates from our senses and that there are no innate ideas. In other words, our understanding of the world is built upon our sensory experiences. This radical notion challenged the prevailing belief in innate knowledge and laid the groundwork for a more empirically based understanding of human cognition. Furthermore, Condillac put forth an expressionist theory of linguistic creation, which foreshadowed the ideas of later thinkers like Johann Gottfried Herder. He believed that language is not merely a tool for communication, but a creative force that shapes our thoughts and perceptions. Just as a painter uses colors and brushstrokes to express their inner world, we use language to give form and meaning to our thoughts and emotions. Condillac's philosophy on language has enduring relevance in our daily lives. It reminds us that language is not just a means of conveying information, but a powerful tool for self-expression and understanding. By recognizing the intimate connection between language and thought, we can become more conscious of the words we choose and the ideas we convey. We can strive to use language in a way that reflects our true intentions and fosters meaningful connections with others. Étienne Bonnot de Condillac's insights into the language offer us a valuable perspective on the nature of human cognition and communication. His ideas continue to shape the field of linguistics and remind us of the profound influence language has on our daily lives. By appreciating the significance of language, we can harness its power to enhance our understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
Do you want to explore more philosophers? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.